So guys, it's a good news for the Obidient and a good news for P2B and also for Labour Party members that Supreme Court of Nigeria has removed Barrister Julius Abure from his position as National Chairman of the Labour Party. So now I will show you guys the reactions of some Obedients that are happy. Like I said, even me, I'm happy that this have happened because this person have caused crisis in the Labour Party. It's as if all our struggles to build that party have just gone astray. So now that he has been removed, there are a lot of comments or replies and let me say comments from Obedients under this post. But before I take a look at News Central, what they have to say about his removal, and we'll continue from the reactions of these people under this post. So look, watch the video, guys. I'll be with you guys in a minute.
For Julius Abure, the only pillar holding him back as the national chairman of the party is the appeal court ruling affirming his leadership as the national chairman of the party. As we speak now, this morning, the Supreme Court ruled otherwise and said that that particular ruling by the appeal court has been set aside. This means that the party should go back to its internal mechanism to set out clear ground lines to solve all the dispute that is affecting the party now. So it is not the sole prerogative of the party to determine who is the national chairman of the party through a national convention.
Now, speaking about this, as you said, looking at the internal ongoing crisis, within the Labour Party, how do you think that the Supreme Court ruling, will affect the party's unity moving forward?
Well, it is clear, the Supreme Court ruling is clear that the party itself should settle its own dispute by himself. And now, you recall that sometime in September 2024, they held an emergency meeting in Umuahia in Abia State, and a 29-man committee, caretaker committee, was inaugurated. And the chairman of that committee happens to be the former finance minister, Nenadi Usman. And in that 29-member committee, there are several persons who have been nominated to serve in various capacities in that 29-member committee. There are some senators, that is speaking about Senator Neda Imaswe, Senator Ireti Kinjibe, as well as the governor of Abia State, Governor Oti, as well as all those people who have been elected under the umbrella of the Labour Party. They've been saddled with this responsibility to the national caretaker committee to see to resolve the leadership disputes of the Labour Party, and they've done that. Now, you will recall that before the advent of Julius Abure, there was a national chairman who actually was deceased in 2020. Now, following that, they had to fill that vacuum, and Julius Abure, who is the National Executive Council chairman, was elected. Now, before then, there was already a crisis, on the appealing crisis that was supposed to be resolved. Justice Gabriel Kolawole in 2018 particularly ordered that before a year, all the issues within the internal issues within the Labour Party should be settled, and they should do that through a national convention. That is, they have to constitute, before a national convention could hold, they have to constitute a meeting at the ward level, from the ward level down to the local government level, then down to the state level, before a national convention can emerge. Now, that particular resolution was applauded by INEC in 2022, who agreed to use that as a mechanism to settle all beefs, all conflict within the party. But now, the reason why that September 2024 emergency meeting was held in Umuahia was because, according to the Labour Party and according to the faction of Senator Nenada Usman, was that Julius Abure failed to employ such mechanism to hold a legal national convention that is supposed to hold from the world level down to the state level, to the local level, local government level, and down to the state level before a national convention should hold. That is why they inaugurated that 29-member committee with Nenadi Usman being the caretaker committee chairman. Now, the whole bone of contention lies within the party. That is, the party should settle all assembly, and they've done that from that emergency meeting they had in Umuahia in September 2020.
All right, welcome back again. So someone by name Dr. Francis Wokedi replied. He said, now is the time for P2B to fix the house and deploy all arsenal for 2027. We the Obedients are ready to go all the way, both financially and physically with him, because you know what the Obedients are capable of doing. You know what they're capable of doing. Like, they're capable of financially supporting campaigns for P2B. They are capable of doing things to the extent that they want P2B to win the election. So now they say that they are ready because Abure have been removed from the way. So it's time for P2B to fix the Labour Party and make it a strong opposition for APC in the next election. So I don't think P2B will be coaliting with any party now, since this man have been removed. So another one said, now Obidient we know the way forward. There are a lot of comments. So someone said, if this is true, I will be happy. Like I said, everybody that heard this news will be happy, because this man have caused so many harm in this Labour Party that we've built and tried every way to build. So someone also said that this is an opportunity to unite and conduct all-inclusive congresses at all levels, so as to form a formidable opposition against the failure in power. Like I said, that this is the time to make Labour Party a stronger opposition party against APC in the next coming election. So now I say that if this is true, then Supreme Court should also move in and improve the Electoral Act to a suitable system in 2027. If these are done, then I can think of voting come 2027. So like some persons have actually lost hope in our judiciary and the INEC and everything. So I don't think people will vote much in the next election. But let's see how it goes, because people came out in mass. Like I said, people came out in mass in that election, and everything still went the way it went, because the INEC, the judiciary, the court, everybody have been bribed, and they are doing things that are not even following the law and the constitution. That means we are in a lawless country. So now I said, hopefully this will pave the way for the party to have a proper convention and elect leaders of character and credibility to run the party. Like me, I said that this is the time for people to wake up and fix that party to be a strong opposition party. That is my own point. That let P2B handle this thing now, because this man has been a barrier, or I say someone have been distracting or painting a bad narrative about Labour Party. Because in some interviews, some persons come out and say that P2B cannot even fix his home. Talk more of fixing Nigeria. I've heard that many times from the allies of APC, that P2B cannot even fix his own Labour Party, that is his own home. Talk more of fixing Nigeria. Someone said, correct, good news for Labour Party. Someone said, finally laid to rest. So there are lots of comment on this under this post, but this is my own point of view, that if it's not like if it's true, it's true already, but I think this is the best time for everybody to put hand and handle, or let's say organize a proper convention where people can come out and appoint or elect a leader that is compatible, that is credible enough, that is transparent, accountable, to come out and rule that party, because that party is actually a big opposition party. Look at what happened in the last election, where almost all the Nigerians were obedient. Everybody supported P2B. If not for what happened in that election, we all know the winner of that party is not even hidden. Even a blind man can feel that this party was the one that won the election. But welcome to Nigeria, where anything can happen. Like I said, anything in Nigeria is possible, just because we are not in a civilized country. So guys, I'd like guys to air your video watching and comment section. I'll be guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy again. Stay tuned, guys.